And when they didn't call, he didn't just lose his job, he lost his whole identity. When I wrote my book, Financial Lovemaking, when I was on the faculty of Syracuse, I interviewed lots of people about their relationships and money. And I talked to several women who married wealthy athletes, guys that had NFL contracts, guys that went to the NBA, men who had all kinds of money. And what happened was when the money stopped flowing, everything fell apart. One woman married a guy. She was gorgeous, was so pretty. There was a guy that swept her off her feet when she was in college. He was a football star who he was so good that he literally went to the NFL after his junior year. He went to play for the Seahawks or the Cowboys or somebody, and he played for about half a season. And when they cut him after half a season, he was still young. He was still an All American. He knew for a fact that at some point it was only a matter of time that he would get signed to another NFL roster. So he sat at home, he was working out, and he was training, and the money was running out because he was spending money because he expected more money to come in the future. And but the problem was that they still had bills. So she ends up taking two jobs in order to pay the bills while he's sitting at home waiting for the NFL teams to call. And then what happens is they don't call. And when they didn't call, he didn't just lose his job, he lost his whole identity. His whole life, all he saw himself as was an athlete. His whole life, all he knew he could do was run up and down a white man's football field and catch a ball. He didn't see himself as anything other than an athlete. So it was beneath him to go get a job and be a regular hardworking man and bring home whatever he could. No, he waited at home for these teams to call, and the teams never called. So he got depressed. And when he got depressed, you know what happens when guys get depressed. You know what happens when they have plenty of free time. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. So he's sitting at home now, bored to death, getting on the phone with other women, drinking down the liquor, taking the drugs, and next thing you know, he starts beating her ass. So she is literally a person who was promised a fairy tale and ends up in a nightmare. He's beating her up. There's no money coming in. She's working two or three jobs to take care of this poor guy who lost his whole world when the Seahawks never called him back. And then eventually she gets a divorce and has to go somewhere else and rebuild.